What's up, everybody? It's TT Charles. Before we get into chapter 4, I just want to say thank you all for rocking with me. If you're feeling good, don't forget to like it and subscribe and share it to somebody else who may like to have a good read while they're on the go and listen to an audiobook. Also, don't forget to check out my website where I have shirts, I have a full book, and some other goodies on there. The website is payhip.com/urban digital street. Now, let's jump into chapter 4. Chapter 4, $30 Quiet Prayers. The music thumped like a heartbeat in the dark, low lit club. Diamond stood behind the curtain, waiting for her name to be called again. Her eyes half open as she leaned against the wall. Her body ached from the night before, feet sore, thighs stiff, but she had already lost count of how many nights she pushed through the pain. That's just what you do when the Lenny came dirty but steady. Tonight had been long and messy. It started slow, the crowd light, just a couple of regulars she knew by face but not by name. She had danced twice already and made barely enough to cover her Uber home. She barely had made enough to cover the Airbnb for the upcoming trip she had planned for Miami, and that was in just a few weeks. The day was Tuesday. "You need to smile more," one man slurred, tossing 5 crumpled ones in her feet. "A girl like you shouldn't look so sad." Diamond forced a smirk, bent slowly, and scooped the bills into her hand without looking at him. She hated when they said things like that, like her face was their business, like her joy was part of the package, like they even cared if she was happy or not. Backstage, she collapsed into a beat up folding chair, exhaling deeply. Cinnamon, one of the newer girls, strutted past her with a sparkle outfit and a big attitude. She had only been there 2 months, but she was already getting private rooms and big spenders. "She killing it tonight," murmured Crystal, another dancer, lighting a vape. Diamond nodded. Not out of jealousy, just out of exhaustion. "Yeah, she doing her thing. She reminded me of you when you first started." Diamond blinked. "Yeah, I don't even remember that version of me." She used to enjoy the rush, attention, control, quick money. Now it felt like survival, like she was on autopilot, dancing through a fog. Later that night, a man grabbed her wrist too hard and she walked past his table. "Come talk to me, baby. I like the quiet ones." Diamond yanked her arm back instantly, her voice sharp. "Don't touch me." He leaned back and laughed, as if her boundary was cute. Security watched from the corner but didn't move. She walked away, heart racing. By 3 a.m., the club started to thin out. The money on the floor was scattered and sticky, drinks spilled on heels and knees. Ashley waved at her from across the room, signaling they'd leave soon. In the dressing room, Diamond changed in silence. The other girls talked and joked, but her head was somewhere else, somewhere far. She counted her money. $413. Not bad, not great, just enough to keep the lights on and maybe order takeout for the next few days. They caught an Uber back to the house. Ashley chatted the whole ride, drunk and loose, talking about a dude who said he'd fly her out. Diamond nodded here and there but didn't respond much. Her thoughts were heavy. Back home, she peeled off her lashes, wiped off her makeup, and took the longest shower of her week. She stood under the hot water, letting it beat on her skin like rain, washing off the glitter, the smoke, and the hands. She crawled into bed with a bottle of water. Her hair wrapped, her soul tired. Laying there, staring at the ceiling, she whispered softly, "God, if you're still listening, I need something. I don't even know what exactly, but this can't be it." It wasn't a formal prayer. It wasn't even full of hope. It was just a crack open moment, raw and unfiltered. She thought of her dad and wondered if he'd be proud of her, if he'd be ashamed, if he'd blame himself. "I want to get out of here," she said quietly into the dark. "I'm ready. I just don't know how." Outside, sirens passed in the distance. Inside, the house was still. Diamond closed her eyes, her chest tight but calm. Tomorrow would come, same as always. But tonight, for the first time in a long time, she let herself hope that maybe, just maybe, something better could be on the other side. That night, she dreamed. In the dream, she stood in a wide, white hallway lined with gold trim. The floors gleamed like marble, and a soft breeze moved through the air